The first game we got is Good Night Princess Rescue. I bet you guys will not guess what you have to do in this game. That's right, you have to save a princess like you're Mario or something. I don't know why or how this princess got put in this situation, but whatever, let's just save her, I guess. So, a common theme these games have is you always have to find something. I'm not gonna lie to you, this village here actually looks pretty good. I might actually want to live here if they didn't have people stealing other people. You start off with a rock, which should already be an indicator of how high the crime rate here is in Goodnight Princess Rescue. If you have to come to this town already strapped, I wonder if this is like the BC version of like O Block or something. After I was done seeing the delicacies they have at this place, like bread and some questionable looking meat, this looks like it could be anything, bruh. Which begs the question, does this meat have something to do with the high crime rate? And don't you worry to all the vegans out there, you guys can eat some 2D veggies. I mean, just look at those cabbages. Absolutely amazing. And the first key was actually here. While I was looking at the 240p fishes, I was met with my first op. A green, like Mike Wazowski looking creature? Could these be the guys that took the so-called princess? And are these the people eating the human meat? I mean, judging off the teeth and eyes, I really wouldn't be surprised. I started throwing my what seems to be infinite supply of rocks at him and slimed him out. I was not gonna be a statistic in this town and become some mystery meat sold in a stand. I'm way better than that. I also found another creature, and this one had a charm to him. I didn't really want to kill him. He even did like a little flip for me, but I had to do what had to be done. As I was halfway through my key finding endeavors, I saw a random stand with weapons on it, and it seemed like this village was promoting violence. But I had to get a sword. I had to test it out on Mike Wazowski, and bro did not stand the chance whatsoever. There was this random mushroom segment part of the house, and the person who lived here struck me as someone who was trying too hard to be different, because he does not have to do any of this. Now that I collected all the keys, I was now face to face with the person who stole the princess. I thought to myself, could he be the one that designed this town to be this way? I wouldn't be surprised. Look at him. He has that mischievous aura to him. Then I found the princess, which was honestly underwhelming. I thought to myself, is she even worth saving? Because she seemed to be exactly where she wanted to be with that smile on her face. Well, I saved her, and after you get her, the game just like ends. No awesome cutscene or anything like that. Just main menu. We're playing a game called Deadly Space Stories. I don't see why ChatGPT and Grok would want to go to space though. So you spawn in this weird, what I suppose is like a spaceship of sorts. Apparently space has been boring for the AI and they decided to pick up some habits. That being Kanye's habits, because you can see two AIs just obliterated off their mind on stairs and one even next to the Nas tank. So once you explore more, you meet the AI droids, and they even have a pair of jeans for some reason. I don't see why they would need jeans, but you know what? Hell yeah. I wonder who they get their sense of style from. There's also like a half human, half robot situation going on here. I just hope that it doesn't turn into me by the end of this game. Also, for these futuristic AI robots, you wouldn't expect them to be using some rusty pipe to try to kill me. Shouldn't they be like using some futuristic weapons or something? Then we see our third droid, and I swear he's from Star Wars or something. And when you try to kill him, you get some slow motion effect for some reason. I guess he has so much aura, everything around him just stops in time once he dies. Also, for some high-tech AIs, you would expect them to have some decent setups, but it's actually quite the opposite. These look like they came straight from their nearest Goodwill. You're supposed to find 3 PDAs, which took me forever because I didn't even know they were going to be sneaky about it. It took me way too long to find these, I don't know, Obama phones. Those things are tiny. Oh, third PDA found. Oh my god. And it was the same thing trying to find an engine room key. And it got to the point where I had to go on into a YouTube video to find it.
Hey guys, welcome to Deadly.
And honestly, I probably would have never found it if it wasn't for this guy. Shout out him. Then you have to go to an engine room to destroy something. I don't know, but this wouldn't be an easy feat. There was like 20 guys in here, all ready to blow my head off the second I walk in here. I died here more times than I would like to admit. I lied. You have to override the command deck door, and I like how they're just gonna ignore this green, evil-looking circle. Could this be ChatGPT itself? After dying more times than I would like to admit again, it was time for the most intense battle of all time. I had to destroy the mainframe computer, but that would be no easy feat. There was at least 20 more bots shooting at me all at once. And even Sans was here, like, what did I do to you, bro? And then once you destroy the computer, you have to leave the ship, but through a portal, which was just kind of on the ground, just like one blue circle. And that's the game. It will forever be a mystery where you go. The next game is called Slash Your Nightmare Before the Beginning. Beginning of what? I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some unknown lore behind the name because I don't know what it means. It kind of sounds like when Chinese bootleg companies just put things on fake toys to make it seem cooler than it actually is. And this game actually has some internal dialogue, which was a first. Good job, Poison Games, for stepping it up.
Where I first arrived home in May 1013, 6 months after the war has ended, nightmares started. Doctors told me that war veterans are commonly at risk of madness. I have those terrible flashbacks and night terrors. Sometimes they feel real. This is one of them.
Hold on, I gotta talk about the main character of this game. We look like some pansexual mother of three that shops at Hot Topic and has a weird obsession with axolotls. This game takes place in a medieval setting, which I didn't even know dreams were invented in the medieval times, which was kind of crazy. Whoever this lady is, it seems that she's eating like a queen, bruh. Look at this. She even has the human meat from the game earlier. I knew these elites were on some weird stuff. Early into the game, you realize she can teleport through doors, which is crazy. Is this the mystery meat's doing? If so, I might have to eat some of that. When you go downstairs, you see a demented skinwalker. What the hell do they even have going on in this house? This game has a lot of parallels from the game earlier, like these fishes, but these fishes are higher quality. Oh yeah, I wonder if they taste better. The scenery of this game is actually weirdly aesthetic and I actually kind of like it. And so I went into my first house, which was pretty uneventful besides one of the most terrifying jump scares in history. I'm surprised that a small development team like Poison's Game even had the resources for something like this. Oh my gosh, that was actually terrifying. What the hell? Then I found a book that drops some hints of lore. Apparently, this game takes place in 1013, which is crazy. They did not experience the metal glasses, for anyone wondering. And I'm also a war veteran, and this is a flashback from a war. Who the hell were we beefing with in 1013, bro? But anyways, you have to find 6 spells, which was a harder task than it sounds because everything blends in this game. It's just all gray. Found a first bell. Okay. More heartbeat increasing jump scares and odd monsters later. A big old New York City rat just tried to slide on me. What the? No, bro, I'm almost dead. Wait. Another one, another New York City rat. Wait, where are they coming from? Who's in charge of these, bro? We found all the 6 bells. Oh my goodness. Found the next bell. Hell yeah. You have found 6 bells. Move on with your nightmare. What does that mean? And once you find all the bells, you have to go to some weird dungeon where you have to find even more bells. Oh my gosh, I'm in some sort of Diddy dungeon right now. What the hell? But this one had some spiders and rats. Okay, that one's actually freaky as hell. What even is this? Some sort of like spider hybrid? This place seriously gave me some creepy vibes to it. It kind of reminded me of something a certain A-list celebrity would have. Let's just say that. Mysterious goo on the ground. Starting to really think that Diddy owns this place. With the candles, like, bro. Once you get all the bells, you have to leave to I don't know where. Maybe you wake up. I don't see why some bells would cause a nightmare to end, but none of these endings of these games really make sense, so I'm not gonna ask too many questions. Slowly.